What does Justin Fields, Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, and Jalen Hurts have in common? Are they all millionaire quarterbacks in the NFL? No. What about they all had an entanglement with Will Smith's wife? Or is it that they all came up short in a quarterback battle while in college and ultimately led to them transferring to another school where they went on to have a great career, end up in the NFL, and had a career that outperformed the person that beat them out? And that's why college football, the quarterback battles, is always the most interesting thing before the season. Because some of these guys that lose, that fail, they grow a chip on their shoulder. Maybe they feel like they have something to prove that they never have before. That's why today I'll be going over the top 5 quarterback battles in college football. Do me a favor, please like and subscribe for more unbiased sports content. Coming in at number 5 is 2 quarterbacks that have already lost QB battles at the University of Oklahoma. Tanner Mordecai lost several years ago, ended up transferring to SMU. He threw for over 3,000 yards for the past 2 seasons, and now he's transferring to Wisconsin. Well, he's there. He's the presumptive favorite. He had a horrible spring game, threw for 3 picks, did not look good, and that's why Nick Evers really does have a chance to take over as starter, who also lost a QB battle to Jackson Arnold as the backup and the heir apparent at the University of Oklahoma. Jackson Arnold is a 5-star 2023 quarterback, and so he lost. Nick Evers lost, but he's still a really good football player. He's got a really good chance to be good. He can throw. He's very mobile as well. And I do believe that eventually he will take over as the starter next season because Mordecai is not ready for Big Ten football. He wasn't ready for Big 12 football. And it's his 6th or 7th season. He should have a PhD or something, a law degree, or he might be an adjunct professor at Wisconsin right now. Damn. Coming in at number 4, we have Kyle McCord versus Devin Brown at the Ohio State University. Devin Brown is actually hurt, so he couldn't even play in the spring game. So Kyle McCord is probably going to be coming in as the starter. So I do believe Devin Brown will transfer. I just don't know how big of a setback his injury is and if he'll have the chemistry and all that type of stuff that is needed at the college level to be a great quarterback. So I think Kyle McCord will be coming in as the number 1 QB, and he will be lucky to pass to Marvin Harrison Jr. Probably the best wide receiver I've seen since Larry Fitzgerald in college. We're talking about college here. So he will get a way more leeway than anyone else. So I don't think that he'll even lose his spot because his receivers are just that good. So unfortunately, that will cause Devin Brown to transfer. Coming in at number 3, we're going to Georgia with the battle between Carson Beck, Brock Vandagriff, and Gunnar Stockton. It kind of reminds me of the battle that Joe Burrow had at Ohio State because they had JT Daniels, Dwayne Haskins, and Joe Burrow were all competing for one spot. And they didn't have enough time. Someone was not going to be able to play. So ever. So someone has to transfer, if not 2 people. And that's the same thing that happened. That's going to have to happen here. Beck played fantastic in the spring game. He's going to be the starter. So what does Gunnar Stockton do? What does Brock Vandagriff do? They look pretty good as well, but there just won't be enough time. And they got even more competition because Georgia is the favorite. They've been crystal balled to get Dylan Raiola, the 2024 quarterback out of Arizona. So they got he's the number 1 quarterback. Some people said he's better than Arch Manning. The room is just too big. Way too many guys trying to fit in one hole. Speaking of threesomes, coming in at number 2, we have Texas with the battle between Arch Manning, Quinn Ewers, and Malik Murphy. It appears that Arch Manning will probably end up redshirting. He didn't look that good in the spring game. And Quinn Ewers will start. However, Malik Murphy actually looked the best. He's very mobile. He threw way better than the other two quarterbacks. And it appeared that he was going to transfer. Allegedly, Texas offered him some NIL money that he just couldn't refuse. So he's going to be coming back, and he'll be the backup so Arch Manning can redshirt. However, how long does Arch Manning really want to ride the bench next year? Right. So what happens next year? In the year after that, the writing's on the wall. One or two of these guys are going to have to transfer. Unless Quinn Ewers knocks it out the park and goes pro, he's going to be back next year. He didn't look that good last year, to be honest with you. But it's a good problem to have. You got 3 quarterbacks that could play, that could start at Big 12 and other SEC schools, and they're competing for one job. Will the NIL money keep them there? Because Texas does have the money. I mean, one thing about UT, they got the bread. Right? But will that be enough? I'm assuming that Malik Murphy thinks that it's going to be like a Hudson Card, Casey Thompson situation, and that eventually he'll get a chance if Quinn Ewers is not worth the hype. And so I think that's why he's going to stay this year. But if it doesn't work out, I think he's gone. And I think Arch Manning will be starting next year regardless. Or he's gone. Malik Murphy is what the NFL teams are looking for in a quarterback now. He's kind of the prototypical now quarterback. And so I think he's going to he could potentially have a better career than the other two, if we're being real here. So that's going to be fun to watch. Hopefully they fail and Boomer Sooner. Speaking of teams that we all love to hate, we have Alabama at number 1 with the quarterback battle between Tyler Buchner, Jalen Milroe, and Ty Simpson. There's no clear winner here. It's very, very hard to project who's going to start because people were saying Jalen Milroe, but Tyler Buchner just transferred from Notre Dame. And he's pretty much the same quarterback as Jalen Milroe. They're athletic guys. They can run the ball. They're not very accurate passers. So why did they take Tyler Buchner? Because it's kind of crazy. Jalen Milroe's problem is accuracy, and it showed in the spring game. Tyler Buchner's problem is accuracy as well, and it showed in the spring game. Not in the spring game, sorry. It showed in his bowl game against South Carolina. He threw for 3 picks against them. So, I mean, I don't know why they took the guy, but there's a lot of questions. Ty Simpson was a former 5-star quarterback, and he didn't look accurate either. They got major problems down there at Alabama. We don't know who's going to start, but please expect a lot of transfers because they got 2 more quarterbacks coming in from the 2023 class. These guys got 6, 4, and 5-star quarterbacks on the roster. I really don't know what Nick Saban is doing, but I believe in them. They're probably only going to lose to Georgia this year. So I know people say LSU is going to be good. Hey, come on. When have Alabama been bad the past 15 years? Have they had a bad season? Have they lost 4 games? So Nick Saban's demise is greatly exaggerated. I just think Georgia's really good. But what do you guys think? Am I wrong? Am I being biased? Well, let me know down in the comments. But make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And until the next time, peace.